Yeah, so much for my big comeback, right? Sorry about that. College is, college. I'll tell you that much. But anyway, video! Fuck it!
Alright guys, over the years we created over 800 plus Pokemon, and now I want to know, which Pokemon is extremely overrated?
No! The end!
Any ideas? Flicks?
Well, maybe we could watch this video here. This could be very helpful.
Who's that Pokemon?
Yeah, this goes on for some time.
Yeah, that wasn't even helpful at all.
Oh.
So what do you think, Guzma?
Overrated? Give me a second. What about Charizard? Everyone loves this Pokemon for some reason, and he isn't that strong at all.
What, you thought I have something to say about this? I actually think this is some interesting satire on most overrated Pokemon list. Charizard's number 1, isn't it?
Hold on, give me a second. So, let me tell you something. First of all, I don't like this Pokemon, and you should accept my—
What did you say, Nick?
You tried your best. No. This intro skit is the draggiest drag to have ever dragged. I guarantee you this wouldn't have lasted 1 minute and 16 seconds if you cut down the pauses, especially cut down the video clip, put the gunshot sound in the right fucking place, and you know, not sucking dick. Your audio balancing is also fuckish. Consider investing time in that. The visuals are rough around the edges too. I can tell you only wanted to stick with one image throughout the entire skit and play around with keyframes, and that's fine, but you need a better sense of timing with ending your zooms. Oh, and the gun just appears out of the ether and has a stroke. Couldn't have at least keyframed it to come in from one side? At least it would have looked like you're giving some shit. Bottom line, you know we're off to a great start when I immediately noticed that Manga Commons co-op with Gale had better editing than this. And we all know how I felt about that one.
At number 5, we have the Pokemon god himself, Arceus. This Pokemon is pretty strong, but as a god, you have to be strong and powerful. But he isn't.
Psych! So I know what I'm doing.
Are you just out to smash my dick in?
And actually, I never liked this Pokemon for 4 reasons. First of all, people call him the Pokemon god, but there are 2 Pokemon which are stronger than him. For example, Mega Rayquaza or Mega Mewtwo.
Boy, you're one of those! Okay, when people say that Arceus is God, they're talking within the Pokemon universe. Arceus was born before the universe and created it, we all know how it goes. You saying, but there are Pokemon statistically stronger than it, doesn't really do heck all to counter it. Base stat totals don't equal higher strength. After all, a majority of Ubers have stats lower than the 700s. And while you viewers can say that's a much better basis for his argument, trust me, he tackles that in a very strange way. In fact, what's to say that Arceus can't even beat either of those Pokemon? It's got the moves for it after all. I'm not saying you're wrong that Rayquaza and Mewtwo have higher totals, I'm saying you're missing the point.
Second reason, you all know no one can beat a god unless you're a 10-year-old boy on his long journey who captured a lot of Pokemon which are now able to kill this beast with only one move. But he is like,
Nah, I don't care. He won't be able to capture me.
Hi, welcome to Word Salad. I have no idea what the fuck you're trying to convey. You go on about how it's actually a bitch because a 10-year-old could beat it, which, okay, sure, maybe I could get behind that, even if it applies to literally any Pokemon, which, yes, it would matter because I know you'll like something amongst those any, but sidetrack aside, you basically did a complete 180. What in the hell fuck are you arguing?
the worst part of it is that every noob or hacker uses this Pokemon because they think,
Ha ha! No one can beat me because I have an Arceus in my team.
You know, I was actually gonna go on about how you can't seem to beat one Pokemon that even has its own share of counters, but just in case, let's look at the other slight implication I noticed in this bit. SK said that noobs and hackers use them to constantly think they're unstoppable, implying they aren't, you know. And in the case that you did intend on that, then what the fuck was the point of that last gag that went on for too long about how Arceus is actually living up to its god title? Remove that and your segment would have still been wrong, but at least it would have been wrong and consistent.
and in Japan, Pokemon fans love him for some reason.
You're a fucking idiot.
He's a freaking llama. Why do people love this Pokemon?
Oh, why do people love this god guy so much? He's just a dude with a beard. On a less blasphemous note, do we really want to watch a video where part of a guy's argument for a claim is just, why do people like this so much? What is there to love about it? Here's what you actually sound like you're saying. I don't like it, so by all accounts, I don't have to understand it.
Oh boy, a genuine legendary Pokemon. Okay, Mr. Mewtwo, tell us something about ya.
This goes on for some time too.
Let's see. Well, a lot of people say that I'm overrated and stuff. It's a shame that people think such horrible things about me.
Yeah, like you're not that good in subjective eyes? What the fuck?
I appeared in many Pokemon movies, reappeared in Pokemon X and Y in Super Smash Bros. Also, I've got my own shadow form in 2 Mega Evolutions, but I ain't overrated. It's because I got so much love with my creators and fans. I'm just a normal psychic legendary Pokemon, which was the strongest Pokemon in the entire world, until Arceus appeared.
Either way, strongest Pokemon in the world doesn't really sound like your normal psychic type, but whatever.
And now, leave me alone or I will kill you with this gigantic spoon. Any questions?
You're not actually gonna kill me with a spoon, are you? Of course not. But look, I get you want to present something that goes beyond the typical narration, but come on, man. Not even gonna try to make this unique? Or cohesive? Actually, while I'm thinking about this, I don't even think this would have worked on paper. I don't know. The prospect of the content creator encountering a legendary Pokemon that monologues about how it itself is apparently overrated, kills you, and then teleports away sounds really dumb when I say it out loud, doesn't it?
At number 3, we have 2 Pokemon. Starting off with Eevee. Yep, Eevee is an overrated Pokemon.
Yup, that Pokemon you like isn't all that good because of my own opinion. Suck my fuck, but don't kill my dick.
I don't like this Pokemon. It's just a cute Pokemon which has a lot of fans, especially little kids, because of those guys who caught an Eevee in the Pokemon series.
It's weird that a weak Pokemon gets so much attention of everybody, sometimes more than Mewtwo.
How about you and your other voice that can't be bothered to be on screen shut your mouths? Seriously, apparently it's bizarre that people like a Pokemon because it's cute? Don't think I'm misinterpreting things here. You heard what Audio Filter over here said. Bitch! Pokemon are liked for a multitude of reasons, not just because they are so competitively viable. Why can't you seem to realize that?
And now let's talk about Cosmog, aka Nebby. Seriously, this Pokemon was so annoying in the game, but still, it was pretty funny to see how Lily freaks out all the time.
Nebby, get in the fucking bag!
Nebby is kinda like an internet star because of his actions. I found tons of memes from this Pokemon, and many Pokemon trainers called their own Cosmog Nebby. I like this Pokemon. It's a special Pokemon because it's the first Pokemon which can evolve into 2 different Pokemon. Actually, I hope that we will see more of it in the future.
Hello, I'm Slappy the Foot Doctor. I'm here to doctor your foot. Oh, this is a predicament. Your foot doesn't even seem to exist anymore because you seem to have shot it so many fucking times there's nothing left to even shoot anymore. Couldn't you instead listen to the fucking Backstreet Boys? They have a new album, listen, and there's fucking hardcore! Okay, you viewers should have caught that SK put 2 Pokemon in 1 entry, and I have a hunch that someone is wondering why I never used it against him. I went into this in a video on someone else's channel, but in case you don't remember or never saw it, I'll give the short, slightly updated version. Complaining about ties in your countdowns comes off like you're filling up more time for your commentary and like you're saying a video should be readjusted based on whatever philosophy you have. You're allowed to not like ties and countdowns, but what I'm saying is that it ultimately doesn't matter, and you saying it doesn't automatically mean adjustments have to be accommodated. That being said, SK, why the ding-dong dick did you even put Cosmog on the list? You say basically nothing negative about it, other than it was annoying, yeah, but even then, it's not enough to really warrant a tie on the segment because you comparatively have more to say about Eevee. I don't even think it's enough to put it on the list, compared to everything else you've said so far. There, guys. Now do you get it?
Yep, those Pokemon are overrated, and don't ask me why, because you don't want to hear it.
Which is why I'll show you!
Some people call them waifus, and it's interesting to see that Pokemon fans want to build up a relationship with a Pokemon. Well, that's messed up.
Are you fucking kink shaming? Let me bang my horsey, and my shark, and my gears, and my Mexican, and my nipples!
Those Pokemon ain't strong or kinda like that. Okay, I agree. They all just look fine and that's it.
What?
Man, I feel so strange right now. Do I really have to do this?
The fact that your subtitle is there due to your quiet line delivery and your chlamydia of an audio balancing job does capture the awkward tone of this segment. Just in a, different way.
Don't get me wrong or something. Charizard looks cool and stuff, but I would never use him in a battle.
Charizard's number 1, isn't it? God damn it! Alright, let's hear it.
Maybe I've realized that Charizard always appeared in every new game of Nintendo. For example, Super Smash Bros. Or Pokemon Tournament DX, etc. Also in the anime. There's always one trainer who has a Charizard as a companion. And this freaking Pokemon got 2 Mega Evolutions. This Pokemon does not deserve 2 Mega Evolutions, like seriously!
And it was as samey and substanceless as I thought. Okay, before we get into final thoughts, I gotta ask, why was Mewtwo at number 4 when your number 1 had mostly the same complaints, with 6 air quotes? Shouldn't it at least be runner-up? Alright, listen here, and this goes out to everyone that has made or considered making an overrated Pokemon list. If most of your argument is, ugh, this Pokemon doesn't deserve to be popular, then just stop. Yeah, just stop. You can't control what's popular and what isn't, so I doubt you should even have a say on that matter. I get that it's your opinion, but in the context of an overrated list, the kind of lists that are designed to be contrarian, it only serves to give others shit for things you disagree over. And even if it's not the intention, it's so easy to come off like that, given how these lists normally go. And yet, overrated lists are still being made, and you know what? I would be more disappointed, but it gives me more commentary material, so you know what? Fuck it!